Hello, this is Johnny Ruins and welcome to my channel. Today we are at the Pioneer Cemetery in Albury, New South Wales, Australia. Albury is a city of about 50 to 55,000 people, so a fair sized city. Just have a look here, a bit of information. Pioneer Cemetery, a classified trust, heritage listed 1988. Come over to here. Little bit more information. There we go. Pioneer Cemetery, established 1848, and all the sections there listed. As we can see here, this is just in the entrance where I've just come in through here. A lot of old style graves there, 1850s into the early 1900s. Some newer ones here as well. These little old fences around them. The memory of Peter Peters, the beloved husband of Anne Eleanor Peters, died 22nd of February 1855, aged 30 years. Peter Peters, funny name, last name, first name almost the same, died 30 years old, way too young. One of the main graves here, about 100 metres from the entrance, just where I was earlier. Quite a big grave here. James Fallon of Albury was the first mayor of Albury for 3 years. Died at Manly Beach, which is in Sydney, New South Wales, Australia. He died there on the 26th of May 1886, aged 67 years. Was the first mayor of Albury. Had a store in Keewar Street in central Albury. Was the most popular known man at that time and became the first mayor. He done one term for 3 years and then had a vineyard up in the Sydney area, had good quality wine. He went to England to get awards on wine and then died in Sydney at that age. Never married, first mayor of Albury. Now if I move the camera around here, just up there, that's where the entrance is. We've got a street. Now it's probably about 200 metres to 200 yards, just straight through there. And that is Fallon Street. And that is named in his honour. There is a high school just up that road there. Not much further from here is a high school named in his honour, James Fallon High School. In the 1990s they changed it. It was called North Albury High and it was established, it would have been early 60s, late 50s, but now it's James Fallon High. Less than a kilometre, a mile from his resting place here. So a lot of history here. Another big grave I noticed here, Albury family from Lebanon. This family owned a lot of property, wealthy family in central Albury. Olive Street, which runs across Dean Street, which is the main street of this town in Albury. They owned a lot of shops and items there. Parents would have come out from Lebanon, possibly late 1800s. They both were deceased, looks like in the 30s, and their children lived into the mid 80s. So very elaborate grave. Albury, wealthy shop owners in this city of Albury. Just found a couple of small graves, might have been done early. Coral Joan Dana died 20th of September 1942, aged 12 months. And right next to it, William Alfred Dana died 15th of May 1942, aged 4 years. Same last name, brother and sister, died months apart. A 1-year-old toddler and a 4-year-old. Not even a kindergartner. Tragic for the family, losing 2 children so young within months. Don't know what happened, but this is their resting place. Also too here, a lot of graves lined up. The memory of Bridget Bell, native of Coclair Island, who departed this life 19th of November 1910, aged 77 years. Obviously this family would have come out here from Ireland in the late 1800s and all lined up here. Catherine Strawn, Nee Bell, She died 87 years in 1943. Bridget Bell would have been a sister there, around the same age, 85 years old when she died, just over a year later. George Angus Bell, another brother that would have been, he died on the 25th of October 52, aged 77 years. So we've got all the family lined up here. Ellen Margaret Bell, 4, at 70 years of age. And we've got the last one there. Benjamin Peter Bell, died 1949, 76 years old. And George Peter Bell died 21st of September 50, aged 27 years. So he was quite young. He looks like he would have been the son, possibly, of Benjamin. I don't know if you can see that too well here. I'll just go across here if you wanted to have a closer read, but all lined up here, this family. It looks like an extra plaque's been added there of James Joseph Bell, born 7th of July 1921, and he died 22nd of July 2008. He lived quite long into more modern times, and he's been added on there to this family. So I hope you can see that quite well there. There's very big trees here in the middle here, so there is a bit of a shadow here. Now we have another crypt that looks interesting here, in loving memory of W.T. Norman, late of Albury. It says here he was the manager of the Bank of Australasia, born the 14th of November 1838 and died the 14th of July 1890. So he would have been just over 51 years of age. So obviously a prominent bank manager, dying at 51. And then just further down here we've got A.E. Norman, the third son of the above, of W.T. Norman. He died the 27th of February 1909, aged 36 years, so quite young there. And he died nearly 20 years after his father there, so he would have been quite young when his father passed away at that time. Obviously a prominent person of the town at that time, being a bank manager. Erected to the memory of Emma Brown, a pioneer of the Riverina, who passed away April the 8th, 1929, aged 84 years. Very elaborate grave, like a big scroll. And says down the bottom there, the long day closes. And a long day it was for her. She was quite elderly when she passed away. She would have been born in the late 1840s. Obviously, they're saying that she was a pioneer, this lady, of this area, the Riverina, which is in southern New South Wales, Australia. Now, this very elaborate grave here. I'll just show you the side here. We'll just step back and look at that. It's like a scroll to this lady. So she must have been a very important lady at the time to develop this area. Emma Brown. Just coming through here, I noticed a more new, modern looking grave in loving memory of John Lester Roach, OA, Order of Australia, 5th of the 12th, 1935 to the 21st of January 2013. So aged 77 years, much loved son of Fred and Hilda Roach, deceased, brother of Colin, uncle of Nicholas, great uncle of Natasha and Lachlan, Mayor of Albury from 1977 to 1989, a true gentleman and greatly admired son of this city at rest. So another mayor of this city of Albury in more modern times, mayor for 12 years, John Lester Roach. And this grave isn't far from the first mayor of Albury, James Fallon, which is about 50 metres, 50 yards, just there. Not very far away at all. So another mayor of this great city. Good looking grave plaque there. John Lester Roach. Now we're back coming out to the entrance here where we come in. There's a main road that's just not far from here that links Albury to this area of North Albury. And just an interesting sign here, when I came in here, cemetery gates are locked after 7 p.m. and opened at 8 a.m. If you are locked in, please call that number and ask for security. And then there's a fee applicable. So if you get locked in here after 7 o'clock at night and you can't get out, there's this fence that goes all the way around this cemetery. It's quite big. It would be on acreage, 2-3 acres. And there's a fee if you stay in here. And you can see the gate there, that's the entrance where I've come in. And the reason, I've done a bit of research on the reason why that is. There was, this Pioneer Museum had been vandalised by teenagers over the years, and a lot of damage was done. Young people bored with nothing to do. This original graveyard, which they're vandalising these graves and showing no respect at all. Pioneers and areas of people that are deceased here. So pretty sad that these things have to happen, but obviously they've got the security. Obviously this fencing would have cost a bit of money, and then people can enjoy at times where you want to be visiting a graveyard. You know, possibly not late at night, people, teenagers, most likely vandalising, which is sad that that has to happen. It's the entrance where I've come in, and again, there we go, there's a sign as you come in to let you know about the time. I appreciate you watching my videos today. For more videos, please subscribe to Johnny Ruin's channel. Click the like button if you like, and we'll see you again on the next tour. Take care everybody, look after yourself. Signing out.